Hi, Miss Carrie.
Hi, Miss Andrews.
I'm so happy that you were able to find some time for me today. So earlier today, I came by and I observed your English lesson on the main idea.
Yes.
And just so that we can recap a little bit, when we met back on back in September,
Yes.
you told me that you were most interested in
Making sure students understand the overall concept of reading passages and understanding it.
Okay, so your specific goal is making sure that students understand the content, understand main idea.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I'd like to start off this identify session today just looking at your class. I know you told me that this is a study skills class, so do you have students of different age?
Yes, I have students of
grade
different
levels?
levels. Yes.
Okay.
9 through 12.
Together, because I know you've already looked at it.
Yes, I have.
And so we'll just go ahead and begin here. So if you will, just tell me a little bit about what's happening in this part of the video.
The students are coming in, they're getting settled. I have a writing prompt that's going to lead into the lesson, which is main idea. They have to come up with their own original statement, which is having them come up with an idea on their own.
Okay.
So they had to write a statement in what they feel about what's going on in the current events. And then they have to write more details about that one current event, which is a builder into the lesson, which is main idea.
Okay. So based on what you saw earlier today, how would you rate this from 1 to 10? 10 being
the main idea of each paragraph and what it's basically talking about. We was able to go through and talk about and pick out the main idea. We didn't do it on the last one, but we want to pick out the main idea of the last one. What is he mostly talking about in this paragraph, Cashmere? You ready? What would be the main idea of this paragraph?
My opinion change range, summer range change.
As an adult, my opinion of summer range change. Yes. He misses it, but then he's like, okay, well, as an adult, it changed, because sometimes it's very hot in the summertime. We had a very long summer. The first week in October, which was our fall break, I was very, very, very upset that it was 90 degrees and it was fall. So I was ready for it to be cool. When I was a child, maybe my children were not hot, but they were 10. But me at my age, I'm not gonna say my age, I was ready for it to be cool. Did y'all feel that way? Or did y'all like that it was hot during the fall break? You was happy?
the best class period, and one being the worst.
I would say it was a good 8 and it was a good 8.
Okay.
8.
So
No class is perfect. I wouldn't say I'm a perfect teacher. There's always room for improvement. So.
And if there was something that you could change, what would that have been?
Probably more details with some of the students.
More details.
Yeah.
About an 8?
8.5, yes.
Okay.
There's always room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement, all right. And what would you have to change to move the lesson to a 10? You said it was an 8 before.
Probably more student-centered, and maybe possibly give them, even though they had come up with their own statement, maybe give them some statements to choose from. So that probably would help them write a little bit quicker, because coming up with their own statement was an issue with them. But if I gave them a list of statements to choose from, probably would have been a little bit quicker and easier for the students to comprehend.
So you might be interested in perhaps using that as a strategy moving forward. So maybe that's something that we can look into.
Yes.
All right. What would your students be doing differently if your class were a 10?
More engagement, more higher order thinking skills. I
think that's about it.
More
Just
higher order thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
more complex answers. When I was reading their writing prompts, a little bit more complex, in-depth answers.
And when you say complex in English class, do you mean just overall more detail?
More detail.
Okay.
More analytical.
Okay. All right. So tell me more about what you would like. So I know that you've kind of already answered this. You
Yes.
like there are answers to be more
in-depth.
in depth.
More critical and more. I could have highlighted the main ideas in different colors, details in different colors, but it was just one color. We could have read more passages because we really just did one. We could have done more, so I felt like I could have done more passages to make sure they understand what the main idea was. So that was the only thing I really wish I could have done differently. That was the only thing that I saw.
So what you're saying is you know that they can apply that skill in that particular passage, but you're not sure if it's generalizable.
Generalized, yes.
Okay. Well, those sound like very clear goals to me, and I just want to make sure that I got that. We said that we are going to set the goal to increase critical thinking and higher depth of knowledge.
But summer rain today means positively beautiful and considerably cooler weather tomorrow.
Okay, so this is mainly talking about the summer and how he missed summer and what he's wishing for. So that's the main idea of this article, what he likes, what he's missing about it. So that is what he often is talking about. So before we get into our lesson, I just want you to understand that when we read something, we need to be able to pick out the main points, the main idea of a passage when we're reading it. So that is very important when you're trying to, when you're on your EOCTs, with your American Lit, especially my ninth graders, American Lit, ninth grade Lit, and also with Econ, my seniors that are in here as well. You need to be able to understand the main idea of each paragraph and what it's basically talking about. We was able to go through and talk about and pick out the main ideas. We didn't do it on the last one, but we want to pick out the main idea of the last one. What is he mostly talking about in this paragraph, Cashmere? You ready? What would be the main idea of this paragraph?
My opinion summer rain change.
As an adult, my opinion of summer rain change. Yes.
I'm looking forward to doing that and working with you and moving forward to the next step.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
You can
Andrews.
look into finding some strategies that'll work for your students.